my favorite episode. Well, that's going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Nah, I'm just kidding. But anyways, hello everyone. Today I'll be doing my review for Monarch Legacy of Monsters Episode 9. And as you heard before, this is most definitely my favorite and I will say the best episode so far. But anyways, you know how these things go. Want to give a quick spoiler warning alert for anyone who hasn't seen it. Yet again, I won't go into a whole bunch of details here. I'll just make this a quick little video. But let's get right into this. So first off, the opening to this episode. Wow, this was a very strong opening. We go back to the past again, but we see that Monarch has built this device that allows them to go down in the hollow earth. But when they try to do it, it creates this crazy vortex that sucks up all the metal and a whole bunch of other stuff. And we find out that Lee Shaw and his crewmates were stuck down in the hollow earth for a pretty long time. But to them, it wasn't really that long, because apparently time works differently in the hollow earth. And I do understand, the point that they went in wasn't technically the hollow earth. I forgot exactly what it's called, but basically it's a place between the hollow earth. It's like the entry point to where if you keep going further, then you'll get into the main hollow earth. So apparently this middle point has some crazy time dilation stuff where time just works differently. I'm assuming in the main hollow earth time works normal there, but in this little middle point time is just all messed up. And it probably has something to do with all this energy and all these portals just all around the place. But basically they get stuck down there and they get attacked by the Ion Dragon that just kind of comes out of nowhere, and then Lee Shaw gets sucked into the portal and back out the present. Well, to him, not really the present, it's actually the future. And this whole entire scene where Lee Shaw finds out that he went in the future and how he almost passes out, it is so cool yet very terrifying. If we cut back to the actual present day stuff, older Lee and May are stuck in this little point in the hollow earth, and they're trying to find Kate. They walk through this crazy looking forest that actually does look pretty real. I'm assuming they went out and filmed at some forest somewhere. But then the lightning is coming out the ground trying to strike them and they gotta escape. And my goodness, this point between the hollow earth looks absolutely beautiful. We don't see the ground up in the sky, but instead we see this crazy blue and pink energy. Blue and pink. That kind of reminds you of something. Godzilla with his blue atomic breath and his new pink atomic breath from Godzilla X Kong. I really do wonder if they made it blue and pink on purpose because of that. And overall, I just think this episode is really good with explaining more of the stuff that we've been wondering. Like the question of why does Lee Shaw look so young? We find out that this dude's a time traveler. And then obviously puts up the big question. If Lee, May, and Kate are all down in the hollow earth right now, or at least in that little point between the hollow earth, that means years are going by in the normal world. So by the time they get out of that hollow earth section, it might be to the point where it's the events of Godzilla vs. Kong or something. And I still think that's exactly how the show's gonna end. They're gonna get out of the hollow earth, but they're gonna be in the future and we're gonna see like a news clip showing Godzilla and Kong fighting or something. Also, I do want to mention, we do get a new monster in this episode. It's this weird pig guy with like branches coming out of his back. It actually looks pretty cool and it reminds me of the skier buffalo from Kong Skull Island. This dude has ginormous teeth and he's sneaking up on Kate. Goes away for a while, but then comes back and charges at her. And then we find out that Kiko is actually still alive. We did see her die in episode 1, where the little Muto-like monsters grabbed her and pulled her down in the hollow earth. But we find out that she didn't actually die from that and she's actually still alive. And apparently, according to Apple TV, she's been down there for 57 years, but to her it only felt like 56 days. So it's almost like one day in this little hollow earth pocket is like a whole entire year on the main surface world, which is pretty scary. And let me just say, good job, Kentaro. As you guys know, Kentaro in the show has kind of just been a little He's just kind of boring and he's not very likable. But here in this episode, they made him be very emotional, okay? Once he found out that Kate had died, he started crying and his performance was so good. And he finally reunites with his dad, and when his dad finds out, he falls on the floor. This episode was easily the most emotional as well. It is just crazy good. But overall, I am really liking how this show is going, and we only have one more episode left, so this is it. Now we possibly might get a season 2, but if we do, it probably won't be for a little while longer, maybe even after Godzilla X Kong comes out. So this is it, guys. One more episode and we finally get to see Godzilla in this next episode, since we didn't get to see him at all in this episode, but it's fine by me. But tell me, what do you guys think of this episode, and where will you rank it with the others? And tell me if you're excited for the next episode, because I know I am. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great day.